everyone, welcome to the Yoga Neighborhood. I'm Lena and I'm super excited to take you through our core workout today. When we think of core, we think abs, right? But it's actually so much more than that. Inner thighs, waistline, hips, low back. So if you have a yoga block, grab it. If you don't have something like this, no big deal. Get a smaller pillow, anything would work, even a book. Start by laying down on your back, extend your legs up, and place your block in between your upper inner thighs, or whatever it is, right? Squeeze it, hands behind your head. Start with a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, peel your upper body off the ground. Try to lift your tailbone off the ground. Squeeze your yoga block nice and tight. And as you inhale, come back down. Now, a few rounds like that. Keep going to your breath. As you exhale, lift up. And as you inhale, lower down. And go to the rhythm of your breath. And every time you get to the top, try to go higher than the one before it. And now, certainly this is core work, right? But actually the most important part is how hard you're squeezing your block. So when you're at the top, give it a little extra something. Squeeze harder, push through your toes. Let's do one more, guys. Nice and high. Highest one you can possibly do. Lift your tail, lift your shoulders, squeeze your block like crazy. And then slowly lower down. Bend your knees. We'll put that block off to the side for a moment. Pull your knees in, rock a little side to side. Loosen through your lower back. Now this next one will also have some inner thigh work as well, but we won't need the block. So extend your legs up. Hands behind the head just like before. As you inhale, open your legs as wide as they go. Get an inner thigh stretch. As you exhale, curl everything up, cross one ankle over the other, and squeeze up high. Inhale, go all the way back down. Now as you come up, cross the other ankle on top. Squeeze through your legs, lift up. Let's do a few more, everybody. Open wide, cross, squeeze, and lift. Inhale down. Exhale, cross, squeeze, and lift. Go up way high. One more each? I think so. Open wider. Curl up higher. Pull your abs in as deep as they go. And last one is our best one. So squeeze it, cross it, lift it. And then gently let it go. Pull your knees in and rock around. Now grab the backs of your thighs. Roll up to a seat. Cross your ankles, plant your palms out in front of you. And take a tabletop position, which is just hands and knees, right? So as you push your hands and knees into the floor, stretch your belly out, open up your chest. And go the opposite way, tuck your chin in, put your belly button deep into your spine. And then take that one on the road, just move it around what feels good. Find those stickier spots in your body. The thing about this is there's just no way to do it wrong, because everybody needs something different, right? So move it. Just another breath or two. Just go in whatever direction that your body wants to. Eventually come back to neutral. Scoot your knees in nice and tight. Extend your right leg back behind you. Kick your foot back as you breathe in. On your exhale, bring your knee towards your right arm. Try to touch your elbow or even higher than that. Send it back. Open your chest nice and wide. And do that 2 more times on this side. So pull it up a little higher. Send it back. Last one, best one. Try to get all the way up to your shoulder. Send your leg back, pause. Now brace your core, pull your abs in, inner thighs, reach your opposite arm, left arm forward. As long as you can reach away from the midline of your body. And through these balance holds, keep breathing slowly and deeply, in and out through your nose if you can. Once you've got as long as you can get, gently release. Same, other leg, yeah? Reach it back, big breath in. Exhale, bring your knee towards the arm. Go as high as you can go. 2 more times. Send it back. Pull it in. Try to creep up a little higher each time. So last one is your best one. See if you can touch your shoulder. Like bonus points if you can get it over your upper back. Send it back. And then pull your abs in so we can add the opposite arm. Reach it forward. Super long. Stretch as big as you can. Keep your abs engaged. Get an extra inch of length both directions. And then gently release, sit back into child's pose. Sit your hips to your heels. Rest your forehead to the floor. And send some big deep breath into your middle back and the side ribs, a lot deeper than you normally would. And so as we progress, just gotta want to keep building blocks, right? You can always take it down, rest when you need to, but let's take it up a notch. Downward dog. Lift your knees up, press your hips back. Take some slow breaths into the sides of your waistline. And even though the block isn't between your legs anymore, squeeze there as if it were the whole time. Now this will look very similar because we're just upping the ante a bit. Lift your right leg up and back. Now 3 rounds, touch your knee to your right elbow. We did this with the back knee down, remember? 2 more times, send it up. Trying to creep up the arm. 1 more time, as high up the upper back as you can go. And send it up. Now this time, guys, step your right foot in between your 2 hands. Straighten out your front leg. Fold into a hamstring stretch. And then rebend your front knee. Twist. Open your right arm to the ceiling. Gaze up at it. Back thigh nice and high. And gently release. Step back to plank pose. Pause. Now try not to wiggle your hips around like that. Don't do that. Tap your left hand to your right shoulder and switch. Right hand to left shoulder and switch. Continue side to side with the minimum amount of movement in your hips. You breathe in, slow and steady. Couple more taps and we'll call it even. When you feel balanced, lift your hips up and back. Slow, deep breath through the sides of your waist. And let's hit up that other side. Lift your left leg. So we got all 3 rounds. Shift forward, tap your knee towards your arm. Now push the ground away with your hands, it helps. 2 more. Aim a little higher each time. So we got the last one right here, everybody, as high as you can go. Then reset. Step your foot in between your hands. Pull your hips back and get that hamstring stretch. Feels super good. Now bend the front knee, we'll add the twist. Twisting is an awesome way to wring out your internal organs and to get a little bit cleaner and longer through the spine, especially after core work. Plant your hand down, step back to plank. Now, elbows to the floor. Bring your hips about the height of your shoulders, no higher, yeah? No butts up. Squeeze them in. Engage your core. And even though the block isn't there, squeeze as if it were. Dip your outer right hip towards the floor, through the center, and go to the other side. And take this one side to side. And the tempo, whatever, as long as there's not too much momentum, try to just use pure core strength. It's one of my favorite ones. Trims the waistline, chin nice and tight. Last couple each side. Once you feel like you've evened it out on the right and the left, pause in the center. Now walk your feet towards your elbows. Engage your core, reach your butt way up. And lengthen out the sides of your body. And even things like this, it's still core work, right? Engage your lower belly, your inner thighs. Take one more big breath, reach up high. And lower your knees down, sit your butt back on your heels. And a big breath. And slowly roll up to a seat. Sit your hips off to the side and extend your legs out wide. As tall as you can sit up, lean off to one side. Because there's one thing, like you can just do your abs all day long, but you gotta stretch them too. So big breath into the side. And then the same over there, other side. And come up the middle. Walk down the center, just as far as you can reach. If you feel the stretch in your inner thighs, you're good. That's far enough. One last stretch. Bring your legs together. Reach way up high. Try to keep all that length. Fold forward. Yeah. Cross your legs. Sit up really tall, bring your palms together at your heart, and notice all that work in your core. See if it helps you sit up a little taller. And breathe a little deeper. Feel how you're feeling. So good, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on the Yoga Neighborhood. Please stay tuned. We've got some awesome videos coming up. See you soon. Bye.
There's dump trucks.
Really?
No.